April 14, 2026. The time is 10:53 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yes, Pacific Standard Time. Here we are, folks. Another opinion piece. So let's get into it. So right now, you guys are aware, okay, that the U.S. is blocking the block. Okay, so the Strait of Hormuz was closed, and the U.S. then basically they said, look, we're gonna come out a little bit after the block, and we're gonna block that. Nobody is gonna get out. So even though a Chinese tanker got out today, maybe one, totally out. But anyways, so that's what's going down. In the meanwhile, is announced that they're negotiating with Lebanon, and it looks like well, we all know that the Lebanese government has been in working with IS and in their pockets, so they're making a sweetheart deal, basically. What I think, to sell out their country to IS, and basically now what they're going to do is the both of them are going to try to go after the new age group, okay, the very bad, naughty ones. So in a nutshell, that's kind of what's going on today. I'm going to tell you guys what I think is going to happen and how this is all going to work out. Okay, so put your seatbelts on and let's get into it. First, let's talk about Lebanon. I think Lebanon is going to make the deal, right, with IS, but age group is too strong, and this is a big reason why the Lebanese government hasn't been able to do anything. Just like the other age group in Pali, the government wasn't able to control them because they're just stronger than the national army, in my opinion. So I don't think that their support from whether it's Iran or any other country is going to stop. I think the H group of Lebanon is going to continue to be armed and helped, and not only by Iran, but I also think by China. I also think by Russia, because now there is a direct interference, especially with the bloc of the bloc. So I think the H group of Lebanon is going to continue to do their thing. Additionally, I think there's going to be more fighters involved. I talked about Turkey, other countries, any of the other stand republics. I think they're going to get involved as well. I think that side of the region is going to, oh, bless me, sorry. I think that side of the region is going to pop off even more than it is right now. No question in my mind. It's going to pop off. Now, as far as the Strait of Hormuz and as far as Iran, what we're seeing right now, guys, in my opinion, is the calm before the storm. Obviously, the talks about negotiations are going on, but I've been saying since day one, the negotiations are really just politics. They're for formalities. What I think is going to happen on that side, excuse me, guys, sorry. What I think is going to happen on that side is I really genuinely think there's a lot of data that's being collected right now, which ships are being there, which aircrafts are there, the positions, all that stuff, satellite images, all of this intelligence is being gathered for a response. Is it going to happen right away? No. I think that's kind of a wait and see approach that Iran is doing, like they've always done. They've always done this. We've talked about this, right? Iran isn't necessarily the one that is attacking first. They're taking the precautious steps of let me go next, because if I go first, then I'm the bad guy. And I think that opportunity has always, it's like salivating, right? That opportunity has always been welcomed by, let's call it the West, because man, they're salivating. We need something to put dirt on these guys, to call them the bad people. But frankly speaking, it's unfortunately kind of hard to outdo IS and Trump's team. It really is. Are they two of the same? Yes. And the reason why is, think of like an orchestra. Okay, you have like a 30-piece orchestra. You have all these instruments, but they still have one conductor. And that's really what's going on, is there's still one conductor that's pushing both. And I'm not talking about America. I'm not talking about the American people. I'm talking about foreign policy as it relates to Trump's team and IS. Like I said before, I do feel like more players are going to pop off on both regions, on both sides. Okay. Not right now. Again, Trump is saying that, look, the end of war is near. Everything's going to happen soon. And I think Trump is just waiting for IS and Lebanon to finish their deal. And then Trump is going to get the confidence that he wants. And then he's going to say, okay, now I can go and negotiate with Iran now that that's figured out. Because again, all of this is for land, but none of that's going to happen. I think the land thing even though they're dealing with the official Lebanese government, it's not going to be okay. In court, you have a judgment and then the execution. Okay, so they'll get the judgment, but the execution won't happen. We've seen that a lot of parts in South Lebanon are getting flattened, just like Pali. But as far as will is be able to stay there, I highly doubt it. I do. I think long term, this is something that is digging a deeper and deeper hole for themselves. I think the world is turning against both the U.S. and is, and all of this. The biggest thing is resources and money, okay, and time. Time, there's not a lot of time. Okay, this can't go very long because this is costing a lot of the first one money. And then after that, then you have the domestic problems. So I know a lot of you guys are going to say, well, there was all these empty tankers that basically are on the way to the U.S., right? The U.S. is going to load them up and that's it. Trump is a genius. He took away business from the Strait of Hormuz. You guys, talking about a Band-Aid isn't really fixing long term. Okay, these are Band-Aids. Even if the oil tanker is 121. So even if they do get loaded, you guys got to realize that it's going to be months before all of them are taken care of. You also got to talk about transit time. You also got to talk about extra transit cost. So the whole thing, why you're thinking that, oh man, everything is going to stop and go lower, the prices are going to come down. Well, why would it? Now, especially if the cost is higher to obtain this oil. So in a nutshell, I think what we're seeing right now is definitely the calm before the storm. I do feel it's going to get worse. I don't think that there is going to be a permanent ceasefire. Even if Trump and Is wants it, it's not happening from the side of the other side. Because now not only is it a fight for human rights, which have been violated on all sides, now this is a fight for currency, for control, and for regional peace. So this isn't ending anytime soon. The box has been opened, and we're going to continue to see this play out. And unfortunately, it is going to get worse.